Hello, my name is Carrie Wilhelm, and I am honored to be the principal here at Oregon City High School. I'm proud to be here today. We have the opportunity to recognize our seniors for outstanding achievements in academics, activities, athletics, and the military. This is our Evening of Excellence, our opportunity to recognize and honor more than 190 of our outstanding seniors. These seniors have put in countless hours and likely a few sleepless nights practicing their sport, creating their art, working on projects, and studying for classes. We are happy to spotlight each and every one of them tonight. Before we officially begin, I would like to mention that OCHS staff has worked hard to make sure that everything we present tonight is accurate and correct. If for some reason we've made a mistake, I truly apologize. Upon receiving your certificates, if you notice an error, please email Teresa Karn, and we will get it fixed as soon as possible. To begin our awards tonight, I would like to recognize our valedictorian and our salutatorian for the graduating class of 2021. Our valedictorian, Miles Trollin, and our salutatorian, Mackenzie Hood. Such a great accomplishment for two amazing, well-deserving students. Also, we're looking forward to next week when we will recognize 70 students earning honor cords this year, and we will honor them at our honor cord celebration. These students have earned a weighted cumulative GPA of 3.8 or above. They have also earned an honors or an advanced diploma and have met other academic indicators. Here are the seniors who have earned an honor cord this year. Evelyn Acosta Franco, Cesar Alvarado, Leva Amaro, Ricardo Asensio, Emma Bartlein, Abigail Bergston, Catalea Benjamin, Carolyn Benson, Amelia Bernard, Ethan Blythe, Jonathan Brito, Marissa Bowie, Audrey Bunce, McKenna Burnett, Iris Campos, Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt, Elena Carr, Ruby Cruikshank, Chelsea Dove, Logan Endres, Troy Flincham, Julia Fry, Shailene Johnson, Madison Jovic, Taylor Hendricks, Mackenzie Hood, Josefer Juarez Cruz, Alana Kelm, Anna Keelock, Courtney Keelock, Nicole Kirby, Christopher Lane, Lillian Lawrence, Emma Lindquist, Angel Lopez Plasencia, Rachel Mahler, Diego Marquez, Grace McLeland, Kyle McLeland, Alexis Menke Bowers, Lacey Monsrud, Mindy Moran, Sophia Nogart, Valerie Oksenyak, Hannah Parluski, Jordan Perry, Emily Peterson, Morgan Pineda, Alana Ramos, Courtney Randall, Savannah Richmond Breeding, Desidria Rude, Jane Schroof, Kara Sipes, Allison Slider, Alexandria Smith, Aiden Spellman, Alexis Squires, Candace Stillwell, Sean Taylor, Braden Thomas, Carter Thomas, Ramona Todd, Miles Trollin, Morgan Ward, Dixie White, Madison Wilcox, Josie Willard, Maya Wutan, Grace Zarunsky. We have a large group of students who will also be recognized as winners of the President's Education Award, which is given to students for earning an unweighted GPA of 3.5 or above. These awards are given annually by the United States Department of Education. Rather than read off 155 names in a row, we're going to break these up throughout the presentations this evening. To start off this part of the awards, I would like to introduce Associate Principal Toby Futch.
Good evening and congratulations to the following students who've earned the Presidential Education Award. Congratulations on your hard work. Evelyn Franco Acosta, Leva Amaro, Parker Anderson, Jordan Armstrong, Matthias Armstrong, Ricardo Asensio, Emma Bertlein, Abigail Bergston, Katalea Benjamin, Caroline Benson, McKenna Bergerson, Amelia Bernard, Ethan Blythe, Emma Borden, Simon Boyd, Jonathan Brito, James Bryant, Marissa Bui, Audrey Bunce, Connor Burrows, Theo Kahuzik, Iris Campos, Andres Carranza, Sebastian Carrillo Bentecourt, Rocio Castillejos Fernandez, Haley Sherrier, Elena Clar, Amelia Kaufman, Amanda Conlon, Ruby Cruikshank, Chelsea Dove, Aurora Elston, Logan Indres, Cole Fairchild, Kaylee Falischetti, Troy Flincham, Sophie Flint, Julia Fry, Annika Fuller, Shailene Gjonson, Madison Jovic, Tucker Green, Madeline Griffiths, Riley Hafterson, Mateo Hall, Taylor Hendricks, Sadie Hill, Haley Hochhalter, Molly Hoffman, Allison Hoffman, and Amaya Holford. For the next list of students enlisted in the military, I'd like to introduce Rob Aguilar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergeant Rob Aguilar. I am the Assistant Instructor for Army Junior ROTC here at Oregon City High School. And it is my pleasure to speak with you here just briefly this evening. Army Junior ROTC really is not what, actually Junior ROTC period of all the services, oftentimes not what people think. A lot of people tend to think that the only people that join the Junior ROTC are those that are intending to join a branch of the military someday. And I'll give you a surprising figure. Every year nationally, only about 20% of Junior ROTC cadets ever actually end up joining a branch of the military at any time in their life. Many of them join just for the uniqueness of the program or for the structure and order that we provide or the opportunity to do many of the community service projects that we do for many different reasons. But the senior instructor, Major Thomas, and I, we also know very well, both of us having spent many, many years in the military, that some of the people that join Junior ROTC of all branches of the services are also doing it because someday they do have an interest in joining a branch of the U.S. military at some point in the future, and not just Army. And we know also especially that those that have stayed in the program for a full 4 years, 3 or 4 years, that it increases the likelihood that those young men and women will choose at some point to join the military. Still many of them do not, but some of them do. And I get the unique opportunity here to present to you this evening those individuals within our program who have actually, and from the school, who have actually chosen to take that next step and answer the highest calling of our nation, and that is to put on the uniform and serve in a branch of the U.S. military and follow in the footsteps of several million in the last 230-something years and take on that role and take that next step. And so it is my distinct pleasure here tonight to be able to announce to you, all of you, those individuals from Junior ROTC, and there's a few others that were not part of Junior ROTC that have chosen to go on and serve a branch of the United States military following high school, and they are as follows. Mr. Brody Blanchfield joined the United States Army. Cadet Ezekiel Castillo, joining the United States Marine Corps. Kaylee Falaschetti, joining the United States Navy. Mr. Alex Ferreira, going on for a ROTC scholarship at University of Idaho. Mr. Jameson Gannon, going active duty Army. Mr. Brendan Hack, also going active duty Army. Mr. Richie Lillenberg, going active duty Air Force. Mr. Jesse Mielke, who's going on to active duty United States Navy. Mr. Shepard Percival, who's also going on to the United States Marine Corps. Mr. Jackson Rondeau, who's also going to the active duty Army, United States Marine Corps. Ms. Navya Venkatesh, who is one of our newer cadets this year. She received a full appointment to Virginia Military Institute, our first ever in the history of this program in the last 20 years. Ms. Nia Verbeck, who's also going active duty United States Navy. And our last one is Mr. Matthias Armstrong, who's received a full appointment to U.S. Military Academy at West Point, our second in 3 years. And so my sincere congratulations to all these young men and women, for those that have chosen, like these have, to go on to answer that higher calling of service, our nation's highest calling, and are choosing to serve their country. Congratulations to all of them. Thank you.
Our next awards are the Oregon State Seal of Biliteracy. Meg Sunseth, who usually presents these awards, was unable to be with us today, so I have the privilege of now announcing these awards. The State Seal of Biliteracy is established to recognize high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in reading, writing, listening, and speaking one or more world languages in addition to English. The State Seal of Biliteracy shall be awarded by the Superintendent of Public Instruction. Here are our recipients from Oregon City High School for the Oregon State Seal of Biliteracy. Evelyn Acosta Franco, Cesar Alvarado, Claudia Arevalo, Ricardo Asensio, Marissa Bui, Iris Campos, Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt, Annette Castillo Rodriguez, Josefer Juarez Cruz, Taylor Hendricks, Christopher Lane, Angel Lopez Plasencia, Marvin Sanchez Jaimes, Kara Sipes, Alejandro Terrones, and Melissa Vasquez Duque. For the next awards, I would like to introduce our athletic director, Andy Jones.
Thank you, and welcome to our Evening of Excellence. The Distinguished Athlete Award recognizes and honors those student athletes who earn 6 or more Oregon City varsity letters during their 4 years at OCHS. This year's honorees and recipients are Elena Clark, Isaiah Jensen, Jeffrey Judd, Jalissa Lugo, Tennyson Parrish, Gibson Payne, Logan Payton, Kellen Tygeson, Zach Woods, and Maya Wooten. Congratulations. Also, the OSAA, in conjunction with Oregon City High School, honors our students in activities who have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.5 over a 4-year period. This year, McKenna Bergerson, Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt, Ruby Cruikshank, Chelsea Dove, Shailene Johnson, Mateo Hall, Chloe Holcomb, Haley Howard, Lena Jenkins, Lillian Lawrence, Emma Lindquist, Cheyenne Lundervold, Lauren Mallon, Hunter McCoy, Dylan Nyhorn, Ava Newberry, Paige Norton, Cole Pearson, Ethan Peirce, Emily Peterson, Isabella Rust, Allison Slider, Alexandria Smith, Candace Stillwell, Lillian Street, Ian Tacorius, Carter Thomas, and Rowan Wiley. Congratulations. The OSA also, in conjunction with Oregon City High School, honors our student athletes who also have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or better. This year, the recipients are Jordan Armstrong, Ricky Asensio, Emma Bartline, Abigail Barrickston, Caroline Benson, Jonathan Brito, Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt, Haley Sherrier, Elena Klar, Julia Fry, Madison Jovic, Riley Hafterson, Sadie Hill, Allison Hoffman, Mackenzie Hood, Isaiah Jansen, Lena Jenkins, Josepher Juarez Cruz, Courtney Keylock, Kendall Kaiser, Dominic Loeb, Angel Lopez Plasencia, Keanu Lysette, Rachel Mailer, Lauren Mullen, Trey Martin, Hunter McCoy, Alex Newkirk, Adela Newton, Sophia Norgart, Hannah Perulska, Logan Payton, Savannah Richmond Breeding, Jane Shroof, Kara Sipes, Candace Stillwell, Sean Taylor, Braden Thomas, Miles Trolin, Joshua Valdez, Madison Wilcox, Rowan Wiley, Josie Willard, Maya Wooten, and Grace Zaransinski. Congratulations to them as well. Next up is Associate Principal Mike Stead.
I'm here to announce some additional President's Education Award recipients. Kiana Hollister, Mackenzie Hood, Isaiah Jansen, Lena Jenkins, Natalie Johnson, Noah Johnson, Josepher Juarez Cruz, Joseph Kearney, Alana Clem, Kyle Kerr, Anna Keylock, Courtney Keylock, Kendall Kaiser, Nicole Kirby, Christopher Lane, Philip Langston, Lillian Lawrence, Bethany Lemon, Emma Lindquist, Angel Lopez Plasencia, Grace Loskin, Danielle Ludwig, Cheyenne Lundervold, Keanu Lysette, Rachel Mollier, Lauren Mullen, Diego Marquez, Trey Martin, Mia Martineau, Hunter McCoy, Grace McLeland, Kyle McLeland, William Meisenheimer, Alexis Menke Bowers, Lacey Monsrund, Mindy Moran, Lily Mumma, Lillian Myers, Ava Newberry, Alex Newkirk, Adela Newton, Alvin Nguyen, Sophia Norgart, Paige Norton, Valerie Oksenyuk, Draven Orzanowski, Mitchell Pace, Hannah Horuski, Cole Pearson, Shepard Percival, and Jordan Perry. Thank you.
The next part of our program is the Outstanding Achievement Awards for Students of the Year in each department and school activity. Students will also be presented with awards from COSA, the Confederation of Oregon Schools Administrators. The COSA Students of Merit program recognizes students of academic promise who also demonstrate good citizenship. The intent is that these awards should go to deserving students who may not be among those consistently honored. First up to present awards, Mr. Brent Leong and Ms. Ria Letta from the Business Department.
Good evening. My name is Ms. Letta, and I am honored to teach business marketing at Oregon City High School. On this Evening of Excellence, I am honored to present the CTE Marketing of the Year Award to Faith Buffarelli, who truly embodies the meaning of faith. In the midst of chaos, Faith emailed me and pitched Marketing 4. Background: Faith has taken every marketing class at Oregon City High School to include Business Management, Marketing 1, 2, and 3. Hence, I've had the pleasure and the privilege to witness Faith grow. Marketing 4 became Pete's Lunch and Learn. Faith applied her mastery of business, communications, and marketing to interview business owners and community leaders, both locally and internationally. Given the climate, Faith decided to conduct interviews via Zoom and sometimes in person, practicing, of course, safe social distancing. Pete's Lunch and Learn not only further brought our community together and provided exposure to different career pathways in business, but also helped support community programs and businesses. As a student manager for Pete's Place, our Oregon City student store, Faith learned the value of humility, grace, and responsibility in leadership. In the midst of challenges, Faith emerged. Teachers are often asked, what is their greatest professional accomplishment? As an educator, my greatest accomplishment is the success of each scholar. On behalf of the Business Department of OCHS, please join me as I present the Marketing of the Year Award to Faith Buffarelli. Congratulations and continued success, Faith, Scholar Faith. And now I would like to introduce my esteemed colleague, Brent Leong.
I have 2 awards tonight that I'll be presenting. The first one is the COSA Student of Merit for Computer Science. The COSA Student of Merit for Computer Science is Troy Filcom. Here are some comments from Mr. Sitton. I have had the privilege of working with Troy as a wee little freshman in my Intro to Programming class. It was his first 2 trimesters of high school. Freshmen traditionally struggle a bit in the programming class because of the large amount of algebra knowledge that it requires. Troy did a great job. If he only had managed to get this Caesar cipher program working and sent me an encoded message, he could have ended up with a perfect score in his class. On a side note, Mr. Sitton says, I also was able to enjoy Troy in my AP Physics class. He was a solid, hardworking student in that class as well. Our other computer science teacher, Mr. Walters, shares this about Troy. Troy is a kind of student who blasts past the minimum requirements of projects to make something phenomenal just because he can. Troy is the only student I've ever had who on day 2 of a 9-day project at 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night emails me his code and asks about how to advance it past what we're learning about in class. Troy starts his weekend building phone apps from scratch for the love of it. He often chooses to build apps as gifts, personalized for people in his life. There is no award enough for a man who moves people with his craft. Congratulations to Troy Filcom, the 2021 COSA Student of Merit for Computer Science. The COSA Student of Merit for Business is Bethany Lemon. As our department looked at our business students for this award, Bethany's name came up to the top right away. Bethany has participated in 8 business classes here at Oregon City High School. Mr. Vadiat had this to say about Bethany. She is a curious student that ponders what she's learning, explores questions she has, and always seeks to learn more and apply what she has learned. She's a great communicator, works to do her best, and is kind and friendly. She adds energy and life to classes through her participation. She has so many traits and skills that will help her be successful and a lifelong learner. Ms. Latter and I couldn't agree more with the comments of Mr. Vadiat. I have had the privilege of having Bethany in accounting for the past 2 years. I've seen her accounting skills grow. She has also had the opportunity to work with a certified public accountant here in Oregon City to further her accounting skills and knowledge. Bethany is also an entrepreneur who started an organization business this past year and is using her marketing and accounting skills to build a successful business. Bethany is also involved in many activities here at Oregon City High School, including DECA and We Dine Together. Bethany plans to attend Clackamas Community College and major in accounting. As a department, we couldn't be prouder for our COSA Student of Merit, Bethany Lemon. I'd like to present our next presenter, Tara Fukuhara of our culinary department.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara Fukuhara. I teach culinary here at the high school, and I am super excited to present Ella McBride with the COSA Student of Merit Award in Culinary. Ella took all 3 levels of culinary, Culinary 1, Culinary 2, and Culinary 3 this year remotely. So this year in particular, of course, has been really difficult with CDL in all classes, but it definitely was difficult in culinary. There was no requirement to cook in any of my culinary classes. However, if student had access and time, they were encouraged. And so Ella cooked at least 3 times a week. And when I talk about cooking, or when I say cooking, I mean baking and cooking. She would make things like cookies, meringues, pies, 3-tiered cakes. When we would talk about leavening in class, and in Google Classroom, I would present some recipes like simple cookies or muffins or cupcakes. Ella would be like, yeah, I made a 3-tiered cake, showing her mastery of her skills. So outside of showing mastery in cooking skills and baking skills, Ella did exceptional on all classroom assignments. She came to class every day with her camera on. And that was super helpful for me because it kind of filled that awkward silence when I would ask questions or input. She would fill that silence explaining the cooking and baking techniques to her peers, oftentimes while knitting and crocheting, and not just like scarves, but like full sweaters and multicolored sweaters. And she's also a participant in Club Roller Derby. So she does so many amazing things outside of school. I'm so excited for Ella's future, and she's so incredibly creative and enthusiastic, and I'm more than excited to present her the COSA Student of Merit and Culinary Award. Next, I would like to present Mr. Tom Wirtz, Industrial Technologies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom Wirtz, and I am the design and construction teacher here at Oregon City High School. It is with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to give 2 awards of excellence tonight, one of which is the first female that I've ever given this award to, with the pride of seeing women in the world of engineering and construction. So it is my honor to give these 2 awards to Adela Newton and Colby Van Orso. Through the troubled times we have all experienced over the last year, these 2 students were always there to overcome any challenges we were faced with. Through patience and perseverance, these 2 students always were there in their Zoom classroom meetings with their cameras on and ready to engage. This is a quality that most students chose not to do, and of which makes our jobs that much more enjoyable over the last year. So before I forget, I wanted to say thank you, Adela and Colby, for that. Us teachers really appreciate that more than you may know. I also believe that quality alone shows bold character and respect, of which you both deserve. And now for the reflection over the last few years, which is really what brought about these awards. It has been a pleasure of mine to see you guys take on projects and help out with school events. My favorite project that both of you were involved in and leaders on were the Plinko game board show for the school student council. The project was unique and was implemented quite well. You both put in the extra effort to finish it on time. The event enjoyed the pride of your quality craftsmanship. I can only hope to have students that can fill your shoes for future times and as you move on to the next stages in your lives. I hope you can look back on reflection and see the pride that you've done for the school and within yourselves. So in closing, I am proud of you two, and I wish you the best of luck in your next adventures in life. Congratulations to Dela Newton and Colby Van Orsoro. I am honored to give you the Awards of Excellence from the Oregon City Industrial Technology Department. Thank you. And now with pleasure, I introduce Nick Liebrick with the Fine Arts Department.
Years ago, I met a student that I could just tell was going to be a handful. You develop a sixth sense about these things after a few years on the job, and what I love the mostest about being a teacher is watching some of these students go from the, oh geez, I hope so-and-so is absent today, to, oh no, where's so-and-so today? I hope they aren't sick. And that's the journey I had with Sofia Gonzalez. The same thing we admire about artists and pay them for are sometimes the very same things that make us go, please stop being so curious. It's that way because it's that way, okay? This isn't the time for creativity. It's the time for following the rules right now. I know you want to make something perfect, but I can't grade your work if you keep throwing it away in the garbage because you're so frustrated. We've had our issues over these past few years, yes. There were days, and there were days. But in this past exceptional year, it has been my absolute pleasure to see what an amazing person Sofia has become. Just a great attitude, respectful, hardworking, involved. I even think she's secretly cultivating a less dark sense of humor. And I know it's not cool to have favorites and that teachers always project that parental idea of, I love all my children equally. But Sofia Gonzalez was my favorite CDL student, and I won't soon forget her. I'm presenting her with this Fine Arts COSA Award of the Year because honestly, I will sincerely miss her presence in the E-Wing next year. Sofia, we all want to be better people, and you actually did it. Congratulations. My second award, I'm terrible at speeches, that's why I'm reading it, okay, is for Alana Tweed. Teachers are lucky people. And I know that sounds weird after living through a year where very few people would use the word lucky. But we are, because in this job, we get to feel partially responsible when we have a student graduate that we know is going on to do great things. Alana Tweed is just such a student for me. I fully expect her to be in my thoughts as I'm on my porch someday, hopefully very far away from now, wafting in and out of lucid moments while sitting in my solar-powered rocking chair and watching the latest holographic projection of her accomplishments. And I'll be proud to say, yep, she was once my student, out loud to the empty porch. Alana's artwork makes me jealous. I mean, it makes me happy, it makes me super proud, it makes me optimistic, it makes me hopeful too, but the jealousy is real. Her AP Studio Art portfolio 2 years ago was one of the most creative and daring collections of art I've ever seen in my almost 2 decades of teaching. And that was until she took the same class again this year and beat her only competition by a mile, which was herself from 2 years ago. The new portfolio that she just submitted leaves me little doubt that we will probably have our first score of 6 on an AP portfolio from an Oregon City High School student in this year. It's amazing. It's just amazing stuff, and it makes me jealous. Coupled with her wins in regional and statewide contests, the latest win netting her $700. Cha-ching! Miss Tweed was an easy and unanimous pick for this year's Fine Arts Student of the Year Award. Congratulations, Alana, and thank you for being such an awesome art student. I've been lucky to have known you. Coming up next to the microphone is language arts maestro and advisor to the OCHS award-winning speech and debate team, Mr. David Behringer, unless it's not. We're both of it. Okay. Okay.
Hello, I'm Becca Kolb, and today I have the pleasure of sharing the recipients of the Ron Hyde Award and the ELA Writing Award for 2021 for the Language Arts Department. The Ron Hyde Award is given to a student who excels not only in English, but also in the fine arts, as we just heard. The student who best embodies the link between language and fine arts this year is Alana Tweed. In her time here at OCHS, she's taken fine arts classes all 4 years. She's been involved in choir for 3, 2 of them as a member of our master choir. She's taken drawing and painting classes, sculpture classes, and AP studio art for repeated credit. She's even taken culinary arts, so she might be a wizard in the kitchen too. In her English classes, Alana has distinguished herself as a gifted writer who writes expressively in every mode. She's creative, engaged, and reflects what she sees in the world in a beautiful and surprising way, the way the best artists do. Congratulations to the 2021 recipient of the Ron Hyde Award, Alana Tweed. I'm also excited to award Memphis Rollins with the ELA Writing Award for 2021. Memphis is a writer, not one who casually puts his words on the page, but a writer who carefully crafts his words into thoughtful, meaningful experiences for the reader. Each of his pieces is crafted with care and purpose. Memphis writes with confidence and grace across all genres. He is open and insightful, aware and ambitious, creative and self-assured. His audiences, teachers and fellow students alike, look forward to reading his work that he shares in class in order to experience the beautiful images and turns of phrase Memphis creates. Here are some things that Memphis's teachers have said about him. Memphis appeared unfazed by any rigorous readings and assignments, and I quickly found myself looking forward to his analysis of a text. Memphis takes pride in his work, and he's always happy to share his writing with the class. His peers recognize his talent. He takes on ambitious writing projects, some we've only heard about, like a novel that's rumored to be in the works. The skill with which he writes makes it seem that he thinks in figurative language. Images, metaphors, allusions, they all seem to be at the tip of his tongue and at the tips of his fingers. I often find myself rereading his lines to experience it once again. Memphis Rollins, we are happy to present you with the ELA Writing Award for 2021.
Hi, my name is Dave Berenger, and I'm here to present the ELA COSA Award and the Award for Speech and Debate Students of the Year. We're excited to award Edis Campos with the English Language Arts COSA Award for 2021. Edis is an artist, a writer, a thinker, and a leader. As an artist and a writer, she approaches her work thoughtfully with an attention to detail. She brings her unique voice and perspective to both her creative writing and her academic writing, which she shifts between with skill. The calm confidence Edis brings to the classroom helps her stand apart from her peers, as does her academic drive, constantly pushing herself to reach the high standards that she has set for herself, and they are high. She has taken on multiple AP classes, in addition to international seminar, and she still wonders if she's doing enough. Edis, it's definitely enough. She asks questions without hesitation. She advocates for herself and other students. She works tirelessly, going beyond what is expected of her and her peers. Her critical thinking skills, passion for other cultures, and compassion for others will take her wherever she dreams to go. She is ready to take on the world. We are happy to present Edis Campos with the English Language Arts COSA Award for 2021. Every year, I get the opportunity to nominate a student for the Speech and Debate Student of the Year. And this year was so challenging that I felt the need to recognize not just one, but 2 individuals for their contributions to this team. And I realize that's breaking a rule. I know only one of them gets the certificate, but honestly, without the leadership and enthusiasm of both Alex Smith and Carter Thomas, I don't know how we would have made it through this year. When it became obvious in September of 2020 that we were in for a really long haul of distance learning, I wondered how it would impact our team. Many extracurricular activities were put on hold. Speech and debate, however, had a full competition year planned. After all, you can always get into an argument with somebody on the internet. But I was concerned that without the ability to interact and meet in real life, interest would drop off and we would lose many team members. Additionally, since most of our team were seniors, if we didn't put in a concerted effort into competing, practicing, and recruiting this year, we would be going into next year with almost no experienced varsity team members, and that would just decimate our team. Both Carter and Alex invested huge amounts of time recruiting new members, training them, running practices, making sure everybody knew how to use our newer communications platforms like Slack and Discord. They ran our Google Classroom, planned lessons, and were extraordinarily self-directed. They weren't just assisting me as a coach, they were running the show. And it's because of their efforts that we had a successful season. This year, thanks to the efforts of both Carter and Alex, we sent more people to state than our previous 3 years combined. Additionally, they heavily recruited new members, so next year we will have a deep varsity bench to help continue the team. None of this would have been possible without the extraordinary efforts of both Carter and Alex, and that's why I've chosen them both as our speech and debate students of the year. Up next, we have Ms. Ariana Nash of our math department.
Hello. Today it is my honor to, on behalf of the Oregon City High School Department of Mathematics, name Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt as this year's COSA Student of Merit for Mathematics. Sebastian has consistently strived for something that many students of mathematics struggle with: true understanding rather than a superficial good grade. He truly understands the importance of learning. During this tumultuous year, he would come to his teacher's office hours on Zoom during his breaks at work to make sure he understood the material from class. In addition, he would voluntarily stay after class to talk with his teachers and work with others on Zoom. He has been extremely supportive of other students. Group work in mathematics, especially this year, can be a challenge, but any group with Sebastian was destined to succeed. He would get students to work together who simply wouldn't have if it wasn't for him. Mathematically, he has a great mind for reasoning and has an impeccable ability to find the balance between understanding the connections and big ideas while at the same time mastering the details. As a final example of Sebastian's achievement and work ethic, after taking tests in mathematics, even though he was already doing well in the class, his teachers reported that he would still submit corrections because he fundamentally understands that class is not only about the grade, but is more importantly about the learning. And this is why the department has decided that Sebastian would be a great example for students of mathematics everywhere and be a deserving recipient of the COSA Student of Merit for 2021 in mathematics. It is also my honor today, on behalf of the Oregon City High School Department of Mathematics, to give our department award to Courtney Randall. Her teachers report that she has been a beacon of joy in every math class she has ever been a part of. She has taken and excelled in both AP Calculus BC and AP Statistics, two of the most advanced math classes available to high schoolers. However, her impact on the learning community in her classes has been far greater than just understanding mathematical concepts. First, Courtney takes her knowledge and is willing to share it with others. She is willing to work through cognitive dissonance and disagreements with classmates about the path to a solution, which, as any mathematician will tell you, is where true learning and understanding and mathematical beauty occur. While others may shy away from difficulty or simply shut down when they reach a stuck point, she consistently encourages others to think more, try more, and to never give up. She always has everyone's best intentions in mind, making her an outstanding group member in classes and bringing out the best in those around her. Even under the distressing and dire circumstances of the school year, she has continued to impress and be a student all her teachers are proud to have taught, which is why the Department of Mathematics has decided that Courtney Randall would be the most deserving recipient of the Math Department Award for 2021. Next, I'd like to introduce Dana Johnson, who will give the awards for physical education and health.
Hello, it is my honor to present the COSA and Student of the Year Award on behalf of the Health and PE Department at Oregon City High School. First up is COSA. I'm probably not alone when I say that teaching in the pandemic has been one of the most difficult tasks and times as a teacher. With that being said, the student that has been nominated for the COSA Award by the Health and PE Department at OCHS is someone who has not only demonstrated academic aptitude, but they also possess extraordinary character, tremendous resilience, and infectious positivity. This student regularly participates in class and shows up putting their best foot forward. This student participates in a number of extracurricular activities and has an after-school job. This trimester in Health 2, our 5th period class was a happier, more inquisitive space because of this student. Thank you, Cole Pearson, for all of your contributions. OCHS will certainly miss you, but you have nothing but a bright future ahead. The second award, Student of the Year, I'm presenting on behalf of Miss Benita Jordan. I choose Lillian Street as the PE and Health Student of the Year because she contributes to impress me with her perseverance. Lillian has a pretty severe health condition that does affect her energy levels and activity, but she does not let this hold her back. This year in my yoga and Pilates class, she was not afraid to give suggestions, turn on her screen, let me know when she liked a particular workout, and when she did not, and chat about things that might be helpful to students. But what I really appreciate about Lillian is her kindness, positivity, tenacity, and she's going to be a Beaver soon. Congratulations, Lillian. Up next is my colleague, Mr. Newkirk, for social science.
The Social Science Department's recipient of the COSA Award this year is Lillian Lawrence. Lillian has taken numerous classes in our department, including excelling in our AP courses. Lillian has also had a leadership role in international seminar this year. Despite the difficulties we have all faced, Lillian made an effort to get the most out of her education, and the department is proud to recognize her in this way. Congratulations, Lillian. The Social Science Department Student of the Year Award goes to Audrey Muntz. Like Lillian, Audrey has taken many of our department's AP classes and excelled in them. She is inquisitive and doesn't hesitate to ask questions and to help explain things to other students. This year in Mr. Jordan's AP Government class, Audrey's work was often used to review others' assignments, as she went above and beyond expectations and set examples for other students. Our hope is that Audrey will continue her college education in the social sciences as she has much to offer others in this field. Congratulations, Audrey and Lillian, on your outstanding achievements this year. Now I'd like to present our colleague, Erin Cole, from our science department.
Hi there, my name is Erin Cole. I teach biology here at the high school. I'll be presenting the Science Students of the Year Award. For the Life Science Award, the teachers of this student say that she is a cheerful, intellectual, and determined student who holds herself to the highest level of work and understanding. She raises the expectations in the room by sheer determination and tenacity. There is no task too small, no opportunity for learning missed. She is a true leader both in and outside the classroom. The Life Science Award goes to Abby Rexty. For the Physical Science Award, this student's teachers say that they just wish they had more time with him. He easily grasps content and soaks up every learning opportunity with a smile. He excels in class, and we can only imagine what great things he will achieve in college and beyond. The Physical Science Award goes to Logan Endress. For the COSA Award, this student approaches learning with humor, enthusiasm, curiosity, and persistence. In a year where it would have been easy to disengage, he looked for opportunities to connect with both teachers and peers. He balances academic seriousness with levity and excitement in sharing connections between school and other aspects of life. The COSA Award goes to Sebastian Carrillo Betancourt. Congratulations to our Science Students of the Year. Next is Casey Clegg of the World Language Department.
Hello, I'm Casey Clegg, a Spanish teacher in the World Languages Department. I have the privilege of presenting 4 students with awards from our department. So I will begin with the German Student of the Year for 2021 is Elena Clark. Oh, I forgot to say Guten Tag from Frau Senior. When I first met, this is from our German teacher, Frau Senior, and she says, when I first met Elena Clark in my second year German class last year, I knew she was someone ausgezeichnet, excellent in all that she does. And she does a lot. Besides taking a boatload of high-level classes, which included German, Elena ran cross-country and wrestled for Oregon City during her years here. She is also a snowboarder and worked at Mount Hood Meadows as an instructor on weekends. She had an internship at PSU in the summer of 2020 and earned a full ride to attend the Colorado School of Mines to study engineering this fall. Now we can add firefighter to the list of things that she does. This job is something she trained for while attending school here as a senior. Back to German and why I named her our top German student of the year. Elena often asked questions during class that demonstrated a higher level of understanding, looking for patterns in the language, She stayed after class to ask questions so that she would thoroughly understand the concepts we were working on. The work she turns in is always stellar. Elena's curiosity is how the world works will take her far in life, and I'm honored to have been her German teacher for 2 years, so it is my distinct honor to award this year's German Senior Student of the Year to Elena Clark. Dankeschön, Frau Senior. Our second award is for our French Student of the Year, awarded by Michael Silva. Abigail Barrickston is our French Student of the Year, and Abigail has just finished 4 years of French studies. She totally dominated the material, earning 100% for all 4 years, except one where she earned 99.1%. After further thought, it should be noted that Mr. Silva is second-guessing his grading because there's a better chance he made a mistake than she did. Abigail has been an active participant in class since her 9th grade year. Her contributions to the class have made the class better for everyone. She has provided an example of what it is to study a language and work towards mastery. When no one else in class knows the answer, you can bet one of my strong 4th-year students will answer, and oftentimes it is Abigail. Abigail is an avid volleyball player, enjoys coaching as well. Whatever she chooses to do in her life, she will undoubtedly succeed if she uses the same intelligence and determination that has made her the French Student of the Year. Congratulations, Abigail, from Mr. Silva. And since I teach Spanish, I get the privilege of presenting our Spanish Senior Student of the Year for 2021, who I've taught for 2 years personally, and it is Sonia Slyapich, otherwise known as Rosa or Rosita in my classes. I've had the privilege of having Rosa in class last year and this year, so I know her through the pandemic year as well as in a normal year, well, a partly normal year, right? And I've really enjoyed having her in class. She always participated, volunteered to speak up in class often and ask really good questions. Also, Sonia participated, one of my best participators in Spanish class in the online Zoom classes this year. She almost always had her camera on, and she was participating, answering questions, participating in the breakout rooms that we do during our Zoom online classes, and it was just a joy to have students like her help. She's very self-motivated. She always came to class with a great smile and attitude and a wonderful sense of humor, which I really enjoyed about having her when we were live in class, and I miss that so much about Sonia and other students this year. She is one of the top grade earners in my AP Spanish class, as well as Spanish 4 last year, so it's my privilege to present Sonia with the Spanish Student of the Year for 2021. Lastly, in our department for the COSA Student of Merit Award, we like to find students who have chosen to study multiple languages while here at Oregon City High School, and a student who really stood out in that regard for us this year and the last several years was Iris Campos, who has taken all the levels of Spanish that we offer here at the high school, as well as at least 2 years level of French with Mr. Silva. So I have some quotes from some of her other teachers. From Mr. Silva in French, Iris was always a great participant in my French class. She always asked good questions which showed her understanding of the material as well as her determination to learn. Mrs. Flores, her mentor team's teacher for the 4 years, said, it has been a privilege to know Iris for all of her 4 years of high school in our mentor team's class. She has been a joy to know. And I'll just say that she kind of teared up when she talked about Iris. We all kind of do. She's a very special kid. She did great in all of our Spanish classes and was just a great mentor and peer to her classmates in the Spanish classes which I could teach her. And so Iris Campos is our COSA Student of Merit for the World Languages. It is my privilege to present now Mr. Adam Tygeson, outstanding track coach as well, to present for the AVID Awards.
Hello, I'm Adam Tygeson, the AVID 12 elective teacher. AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. It's a program designed to help reduce barriers for students who normally face challenges accessing college admittance and being successful once they get out of high school and into college. It's a program that starts in their 6th grades here at the middle schools and all the way through the senior year. This award this year, the AVID Student of the Year, was voted on by all of the AVID elective teachers, as well as our coordinator, Ms. Kathy Varner, with input from the students themselves, although they didn't realize what they were doing. With all that said, it is my great honor to recognize the 2020-2021 Avid Student of the Year, Miss Valerie Ortega. Valerie began in the Avid program her 8th grade year here in Oregon City School District, so she's been in for 5 years. Valerie's classmates describe her as a quiet leader, someone who is always there for others, a great friend, very, very smart, dependable and helpful, and just an outstanding classmate overall. Valerie has embodied the ideals of what an Avid student is her entire career at Oregon City High School. She has taken multiple honors and AP classes, has been heavily involved in community service projects, which is a requirement of the Avid program, and all the while has maintained a very high GPA to boot. And so Valerie has not only endured this year, she has thrived. She has had participation and attendance that has been second to none for my students. And that kind of helped just kind of push her over the top. And a group of great Avid seniors that we have this year, it was that really helped push her apart, and just her quiet leadership and great sense of humor that she always was willing to share with us. Valerie, congratulations. We'll miss you greatly next year. You are the 2020-2021 Avid Student of the Year. Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Aaron Newkirk, who will be discussing the National Honor Society Student of the Year.
The National Honor Society student this year is Alexis Squires. NHS focuses on the 4 pillars of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Alexis has consistently demonstrated these attributes over the past year. As we all know, the past year has been a struggle for many students, yet Alexis has persevered, shown grit and determination, and continued responsibility through the NHS Executive Board commitments while taking AP classes and other advanced courses. In addition, Alexis had a primary role in organizing the in-person induction ceremony and continued to support and encourage other members of NHS as they finalize their volunteer hours. Congratulations, Alexis. We are proud of you. Our next presenter is Rebecca Cold with Yearbook.
I'm here to present my senior editor, Braden Lucas, with the award for Yearbook Student of the Year. 2020 and 2021 have been full of interesting, frustrating, impossible challenges for yearbook students, from lack of content, to restriction of movement, to navigating challenging software with less support. But Braden has risen to and above all of these challenges. I first met him in his first year of yearbook as a sophomore, also my first year as yearbook advisor, so I'm a little sentimental, and we've both learned a lot since then. But Braden has grown so much in these 3 years, but he has always been a dedicated yearbook student and has always put in 110% of his effort to make things happen. He's a strong writer, a great photographer, and he's always dependable. I know I can count on him to take last-minute photos, to get writing done, and for the quality of those photos and that writing to be print ready, which is a gift. I've had the pleasure to witness him become a leader as well. He's able to help people get things done, motivate without pushing too hard, right? And he's really stepped up to the plate as an editor in a time when so much has been uncertain and so many would be afraid to lead. I'm really proud of you, Braden. Congratulations, Yearbook Student of the Year. Up next is Ms. Tiffany Traver to speak about Student Council.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Traver, Student Council Advisor. This year, our Student Council Award of Excellence is going to Danielle Ludwig. Before Danielle was in Student Council, I actually had the privilege of being her math teacher. As a math student, I could see then her passion for student leadership and for making our school a better place. I remember when she was going through the Student Council application process. She was stressed, excited, nervous, everything just bundled up together. But at that point, I knew she'd be a great fit. This was before I transitioned to the role of Stu Co-Advisor. Getting to work with Danielle the last 2 years in Student Council, everything I thought I saw in math class was true. Danielle puts others before herself, sometimes too much, but she is learning the right balance. Danielle has a huge heart for serving others while also involving all the other leaders around her. We've seen her lead some amazing assemblies, and now this year she's organized 3 successful community blood drives through Red Cross, and I should mention she's about to do the 4th. I'm so proud of Danielle and her continued dedication to being a leader. She's more than deserving of the StuCo Award of Excellence. Congrats, Danielle. Up next, we have Mr. Leong and Ms. Letta for the DECA Award.
On behalf of myself and Ms. Letta, co-advisors for the Oregon City DECA chapter, we'd like to recognize our DECA Student of the Year, Oliver Mendez Lopez. This year's DECA Association of Marketing Student of the Year, Oliver, has been in our DECA program for the past 3 years. He follows in big footsteps. His sister, Maria, was an active DECA member for 4 years, many years ago, here at Oregon City High School. As a DECA member, Oliver has been a strong leader and active participant. He has attended our weekly DECA meetings over the years, and this year attended many of our DECA Zoom as we prepared for DECA State virtually. Both Ms. Letta and I have enjoyed working with Oliver and watching him grow into the fine young man he is today. Oliver has attended DECA State 3 years in a row and has been a strong competitor and support to his fellow DECA members. This year, Oliver competed in 2 events at DECA State, Business Finance and Human Resource Management. In the Business Finance event, he scored 8th overall on the knowledge exam and did well in his competitive role plays virtually. Oliver plans to attend Oregon State University, go Beavs, where he will be studying economics and finance. His future career goal is to work in finance or investment. We are appreciative of Oliver's dedication to the Oregon City High School DECA program for these many years. Ms. Letta and myself will miss Oliver and seeing him in all of our meetings. Our next presenter is Jason Daniels.
I have the pleasure of handing out the True Grit Award. This is to an individual, Braden Hughes. Braden is a kind of student who, he was not always achieving his potential in high school. While he had a goal of obtaining a high school diploma, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Braden would have a hard time coming to school every day and might leave before the day was over. He would get easily frustrated when the work was presented as challenging and cause him to give up. As his time at Oregon City High School went on, he kept trying. There was always a thought in our heads that this might be the last time Braden shows up. But then he would be there, just out of the blue, ready to try again. When the pandemic hit, he was especially unmotivated to go to school on the computer. That is, until he got a job at Burger King. The job at Burger King led him to make a decision that he wanted to graduate and get his diploma, and that would be a really good idea. Braden thought that showing up for his high school supports might help move him forward. During this school year, Braden worked 30 to 40 hours, has been an active parent, and worked tirelessly to pass his classes not only at OCHS, but also in credit recovery as well. Braden, with the supports of others, turned his wish into a goal and will graduate on time with his fellow classmates. Congratulations, Braden. You have done well and showed us all what true grit is.
Hello, my name is Stacy Erickson, and it is my honor to announce some of the scholarship award winners that are from our community. So the first one is Megan Parkinson Memorial Scholarship, and it is going to Ruby Cruikshank. The Dennison Peters Memorial Scholarship is going to Mackenzie Hood. The Sodexo Scholarship is going to Marissa Bui. The Maddie West Memorial Scholarship is going to Elena Clark. The Maury's Vending Machine Scholarship is going to Braden Thomas and Miles Trollin. The Al Gallagher Memorial Scholarship is going to Taylor Hendricks. The Mike Halverson Memorial Scholarship is going to Lillian Lawrence. The Marilee Carlinger Memorial Scholarship is going to Elena Clark and Alvin Nien. The Jane Adrian Memorial Scholarship is going to McKenna Bergerson. The Alice Bowman Scholarship is going to Troy Flincham, Hannah Laus, Mia Martineau, Angel Lopez Placencia, Aiden Spellman, Caitlin Swager, and Ramona Todd. The John McLaughlin PTO Scholarship is going to Mindy Morin. The Beaver Creek Lions Scholarship is going to Caitlin Swager. The Class of 1952 Scholarship is going to Abigail Barricksten, Catalea Benjamin, Elena Clar, and Joseph Juarez Cruz. The Adri T. and Gladys E. Everhart Scholarship is going to Audrey Bunce, Taylor Hendricks, Elena Kaum, and Alexandria Smith. We would also like to acknowledge that students that are following at this moment and the scholarship they received. These scholarships have been communicated to us by the scholarship provider themselves or a staff member. National Merit Scholarship sponsored by the Siemens Scholarship is Kara Sipes. A Syracuse University full tuition scholarship, Danielle Ludwig. The Tyrone S. Woods Leadership Award goes to Kaylee Falaschetti, and the Kaiser Permanente Healthcare Career Scholarship is awarded to Evelyn Acosta Franco and Lillian Street. We would like to congratulate all of these scholarship winners for their hard work and for their future success in college. And now I would like to introduce our Dean of Students, Lynn Berry.
Welcome. Congratulations to all who have earned the President's Education Award. The following students are Ethan Purse, Ryan Peters, Brooke Peterson, Emily Peterson, Morgan Panetta, Madison Pomeroy, Lauren Popsku, Courtney Preston, Alana Ramos, Courtney Randall, Maggie Rash, Elliot Rice, Hayden Rice, Savannah Richmond Breeding, Taylor Robbins, Memphis Rollins, Deserdia Rod, Brooklyn Sheese, Madeline Sakarik, Audrey Setter, Allison Shearer, Jane Schroff, Kara Sipes, Sonia Slyapich, Allison Slider, Alexandria Smith, Aiden Spellman, Maxwell Springer, Alexis Squires, Hadley Stewart, Candace Stillwell, Lillian Street, Caitlin Swager, Sean Taylor, Ian Takorius, Braden Thomas, Carter Thomas, Ramona Todd, Miles Trolin, Kaylee Trump Jones, Alana Tweed, Evan Van Pelt, Navaya Venkatesh, Nia Verbeck, Morgan Ward, Mason Wiesman, Dixie White, Jordan White, Madison Wilcox, Josie Willard, Maya Wooten, Grace Zarazinski, and Reagan Zetter. Congratulations to all, and I'm going to introduce Carrie Wilhelm to finish up our presentation.
Congratulations to all of our amazing seniors. Before we conclude tonight, I would just like to say it's an honor and a privilege to be the principal here at Oregon City High School. Being able to work with incredible students like the seniors we honored tonight is truly a gift. Students, you are amazing. You have overcome numerous challenges, and you continue to rise above. You all inspire me. Parents and families, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for everything that you do to help and support your students. The next couple of weeks will go by fast. Please remember to spend time with each other, soak up the precious moments, and to celebrate your accomplishments. Congratulations to our class of 2021 seniors, and thank you all for viewing this year's Evening of Excellence.